Now, when the driver finishes his shift, or if he's on a lunch break, there's going to be a driver changeover. Now, obviously, for that to happen, you need to allow a good 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes. Because obviously, he's got to have a lot of adjustments in the cab. He's obviously got to speak to the driver and, you know, to explain if there's anything wrong with the bus, because he's going to be taking over the bus. There's also a vehicle condition report that needs to be filled in by the new driver as well. Now, things like the duty log card and stuff, that can be done at the terminus, you know. But what you got to understand is that basically it's not going to take 30 seconds or 1 minute. I mean, in the olden days, I suppose, yeah, you could just jump on and off the bus. But now, with health and safety, there's a lot of paperwork, and obviously the ticket machine, you got to key in numbers as well. You know what I mean? So what you understand is the driver obviously has to adjust his seat. You know, he has to move his seat forward and backwards, up and down, and maybe fore and after, because obviously every driver is a different height, you know, size. Even if you're the same size, you know, weight, height, you know, you still, you know, drivers still have different, you know, ways of sitting on a seat, you know. So obviously you've got to allow for drivers to change everything in the cab for them to be obviously comfortable. Obviously the steering wheel needs to be changed as well. That's got to be moved about, up and down, forward and back. There's so many different things that a driver has to do before he drives his bus. There's obviously mirrors, for example. You know, he's got his near side mirror and he's got his offside mirror, and there's the interior mirror and sometimes a small mirror, because you actually need, so obviously you've got all your mirrors, you know, because obviously you've got to, you know, you've got to be able to see in this mirror as well, which is for the wheelchair area, so you can properly see out the rear doors. And obviously with the ticket machine as well, there's so many things to program into the ticket machine. You know, you got to put your little computer thing into the ticket machine, as you can see right here, and there's a lot of different numbers that you've got to key in. I mean, you've got your driver number, you've got your own driver number to put in. Then you've got your duty number for that day. And obviously in London we have running numbers because there's a lot of buses on the same route. So we've all got different numbers, so you have to put your running number in. And then there's the service number, because obviously there's so many different bus numbers in terms of the service number on different routes. And then you've got trip number to put in as well, because there's so many different trips and journeys that you've got to do. And then you've got to check if the bus, have you checked your bus? A quick check, you know, you have to put that into the computer as well. So many different things. Now, something else I've found is that, well, that I see a lot, is a lot of passengers complain, you know, driver, come on, I've got an appointment. You know, you've got an appointment, you've got to be somewhere. Well, obviously, yeah, driver, you know, passengers have to be somewhere, you know, but you've got to understand, it's 2 minutes to take over the bus. If the driver's on a lunch break, or he finishes his shift, or he's starting his shift, there's a 2 minute changeover. Allow that, you know, give the drivers some personal space and privacy for him to do that, because it's not comfortable if you start to push the driver around, you know what I mean, as he's trying to get comfortable on the bus in the cab, you know. So you've got to understand that. And sometimes you might have to wait 3 minutes because the bus could be running late. Bus can be late. So if the bus is late, in terms of the bus in front could be running late, then the bus behind has to hold back. You have to maintain a headway. So to maintain a headway, buses run at a gap, so that means there's an even gap between all the buses. And then the bus is running a good service and everyone's happy. But obviously, no, you're not always going to make passengers happy. So the whole point of me doing these YouTube videos is so that, in a way, I can just explain things to the public, because through my years of experience driving a bus, the public don't fully understand what it means. That they think maybe the drivers just like to faff around and waste time. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. You know, it takes us a few minutes to do our adjustments in the cab. Anyway, and that's it. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.